Am I live? I am live. I hit live, but it usually takes a while, and I know Steve always said give it a second. So, anyways, it's great to see you. It is the day. Jeff here. Commit to what did I call it today? The waiting is the hardest part. Anyways, I was listening to some Tom Petty, and I thought I've got to throw it in there. I love Tom Petty. So, anyways, hope everybody's having a good Friday. It's great to see you. I'm excited. It's the weekend. Well, a couple hours. Everybody will be finishing up work. I imagine there's people here that are done and started their weekend already. So I'll say hi to a few people. It's nice to see you. I did a test stream about an hour ago, and you know what? No really horrible effects. A few people were saying I'm still on, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. I saw a flashing light, and I thought maybe I'm out here, but it looks like I'm still on. Uh, I did test, and I was about 4 minutes in, and about a minute before they said there was a pink purple line at the very bottom. Uh, if that's all it is, you know, I'm going to deal with that. I don't care. I'd rather go live this way. Google Hangouts is great if I'm going to have somebody with me, but this is so much easier. You pull up YouTube Live, and here you go. The chat's there. You know what? It's all mumbled up when you do the Google Hangouts. There's so many things, and you have to have another screen open. So I like this. Anyways, I say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good one. Steve Believe, it's good to see you. Steve Believe Guitar, just said the reminder, catch you later. Okay, and I know you're here, Steve. Joe, it's good to see you. Party House Project, happy weekend. Yeah, weekend. Look at the old man here, hey? Yeah, I'm the weekend. Hello and welcome. Happy weekend indeed. Yes, Joe, a couple hours. Did you get a hold of Jenna? Send her a message to let her know she can go. Oh, yes, I got the Wi-Fi to work. Good, good, good. Grant McIntosh, hey, buddy, how are you? It's nice to see you. Country Cycle Cam, very good to see you. Everybody's nice to see everybody here. I really do appreciate it. The test was perfect. Well, Steve, it seemed to be okay, but a few people had said that, you know, the bottom portion had kind of went wonky, but if that's all it is, it's better than the total visual effects. I'll deal with that if that's the case, but anyways. Grant McIntosh, it's good to see you. Lacey, serving from my home, looking good on my end. Hello again. Yes, Lacey, hi again. Anyways, I want to say thanks again, Lacey, to Desmond Donners, to Ozzie 1968, especially to Mr. Keg, Mr. Big Keg, everybody. I'm going to talk about him for 1 second. Anyways, we were getting ready. Joe was getting ready for work. I'd hopped in the shower. She comes in. She quickly says, look, 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 look. I said, what's the matter? Anyways, she pulls out the phone, and Keg is alive. I said, oh, great, great. I'll watch him later. She goes, no, 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 you can't. You have to watch this right now. I said, why? What's going on? So anyways, Big Keg was doing a live, and she says, I walked in, and he's playing a song for us. I said, what do you mean he's playing a song? So Big Keg had mentioned a while ago, he said, you know what, he likes to play the guitar and make some tunes up. So he says, I'm going to write you a theme song. So I guess on his live earlier, a few hours earlier, he'd had some people on, and he started to play, putting things together. Lacey from Serving From My Home, Desmond Donners was on there. Like I said, Ozzie 1968 was on there much earlier. I'm sure there's other people, and I apologize. I think just 8, Judy Ann might have been on there much earlier. But there was a few people on, and they all contributed, helping Keg put a song together. And anyways, we loved it. It talks about Joe and I, and the live here that we do, and all that kind of stuff, and all the fun that we have on here. So if you get a chance, go check his channel out, Big Keg, everybody. You won't be disappointed. But check out his live that he did this morning. I think it was about 4:30 or so his time. And no, not 4:30 his time, 4:30 our time, Eastern Standard Time. So it would have been, what, 7:30 at night there in Australia. So he was getting right into it. And I watched the replay later, and oh gosh, you all did a fantastic job. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. We all love Big Keg, don't we? Different video hand embroidery. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. I have 11 people in the room. Much appreciated for a Friday afternoon. It's great, everybody. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Country Cycle Cam, that bottom red line sometimes turns pink, almost like a status bar on acid. Is it there again? Oh, well. If it's there, I guess that's better than the actual unicorns and all the different special effects, right? It's not great, but if that's all we have to deal with, like I said, I'd rather deal with that than turn everything to Google Hangouts. I do like YouTube much better. Google Hangouts is great, but this I enjoy a little bit better. Surfing from my home, Lacey. I'm so glad I caught Kake's live stream. What a sweetheart he is, isn't he? Oh gosh, Joe. She thinks the world of with Joe, Lacey. Joe's dad looks just like, he acts just like Keg, and he's a big fella with the hair and the beard. That he look, and if you saw him, Lacey, if you put a split screen, put Keg up and Joe's dad up, you think it was the same guy, real big guy, just like Keg. So yeah, that's why Joe just loves him. That she loves seeing him. That Joe says, I just got a call from FedEx asking if we were sure we don't want the package. We refused. That's hilarious. Yeah, they probably don't want to send it back, do they? Yeah, no, they can ship it back, Joe. So how's everybody's Friday going? Everybody having a good day? Everybody, it's funny, last night, everybody's, I've seen the last day or two, everybody talking on, oh, we got an email about such and such. Still haven't got that email that everybody's talking about. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and I don't have a channel. I don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't received an email. But I noticed that a lot of channels going on about this. They call it the purge. Anyways, I'm not going on about it. In no way I'm going on about it. I'm not going to give it a second thought. You know what? Let's put it this way. I do this for fun. I'm not making a dime off it. I imagine a lot of you aren't either. It's for fun, really. I mean, if we had hundreds of thousands or whatever, we might be able to make some money. But honestly, you're not going to make a living off it unless you're up into that echelon. There's no physical way. You might make a few bucks. That's about it. But this is fun. I like this. I think it's a great time. And but like I said, worst case scenario, they either take you off or they take some channels away. Not that you want to lose that. That's that I understand. But in the I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but I'll make this real quick. But yeah, as far as I know, I guess if you're not worried, you shouldn't be worried about it, in my opinion. And none of you here, but I've seen some of the channels. They get on there, got you, this. If that's all you're doing, then you maybe have something to worry about. But otherwise, I wouldn't give it a second thought, because there's no need to worry. But no one here is doing that anyway. So, but I did come across somebody that I thought was fine, and then I saw they put up a video today, and they said anybody that's in my spam, I'm removing from my YouTube. I understand, but I'll tell you, everybody gets spam, and that messages sometimes you don't see for a while. Big deal. It happens. It happens in your email too. So needless to say, some people check it every day. Some people check it once a week, once a month, whatever. It is what it is. But I'll tell you, I go to spam for some people. They say, oh, you're in my spam. Okay, well, big deal. Either delete me or look at it, whatever. But I'll tell you, a lot of people I talk to here, everywhere else, and I talk to them every day, and they don't go, and then once in a while I catch in the spam. It's got nothing to do. It's just like a filter. That's all it is. But if people are going to worry about that, I think they have more than I think they have way too much time on their hands. But anyways, that's it. I'm done with talking about it. But everybody else talked about it. I'll give about 30 seconds to it, so I'm done with it. So anyways, that's it. Yeah, Country Cycle Cam, it's Friday, so that's good. Yes, I didn't lose any of these again. I don't do stuff for some any of that garbage. Exactly, Country Cycle Cam. So that's what I was trying to say. There's no, and nobody here that I know here. Everybody I know here are good friends, and I'm just yapping on because everybody else was going on about it. But we all know who they are. Nobody here, but we all know those people that know them. Everybody I'm sure knows them exactly. So hey, hello, how are you? It's happy Friday. Exactly, happy Friday. G Money Strong Outdoors. Good afternoon, my friend. It's good to see you. Quick doesn't know we've all been here before. Laugh a lot. Yeah, guys, sorry, I'm doing the dishes. Don't worry, Steve. Hey, Mike Albright. Hey, how are you? It's great to see you. Joyce Stewart. Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Let me get through some of this quick. Gromar family, how you doing? Grant McIntosh. I know I said hello. Sorry. WTF Mike Albright. It used to be Mike Albright. He changed today to the WTF Mike Albright. Mike, I love it. I know you told me why too. That I love that idea. Gee, Money String Outdoors. You summed up my thoughts in the exact. You know what? I just want to drop it because everybody's talking about it, and I think they're panicking. I mean, if you wake up, you got 10,000 people, and then all of a sudden you got like whatever. You may be worried because all it is just people adding you for whatever. Then maybe you have something to worry about, I guess, if you're going to worry about it. But honestly, who honestly cares? Whatever. If that's what it is, whatever. All the power to them. But yeah. Mike, who made that elf on the cabinet? Ethan. So if you I'm gonna run up quick, everybody. So Mike, you see itself on the shelf. You see the face. It's our son Ethan. So so a few years ago, I think Joe, you said in school, right? A few years ago, he made it either in school or daycare or something. And that what they did is they asked us to send all the parents to send in a photo of each kid. And then what they did is they printed out a picture of everybody's face, they cut it out, and they made all like in a crafts class or something in school. They put them together for Christmas, and then he came home like just before the holidays one year, and he brought that. And my wife put it up, and she's hung it up for years. And then the last couple of years we haven't seen it. And then she was going through things the other night, going through some boxes to get some Christmas stuff out. She came across, she goes, "Oh my gosh," she teared up and she says, "Look at this, it's when he's little." So she says, "I have to put that up for you." So that's why it's up, everybody. Joy, it's good to see you, Dromar family. Let's see here, Dromar family, glad to see you. I want to talk to you about tomorrow. You must be talking to Grant McIntosh. Okay, no worries. Steve, talking about spam, how do you handle haters and threatenings? I haven't had them, Steve. I've had 3 people on here. I had one when we first made the channel. We had a fellow go right off. You know, if anybody's ever seen the old videos that we did like the beginning, we're gonna get back to that in the new year. Promise that we've talked about that. My wife and I gotta get the GoPro figured out. Last night, I'll make it quick. We did a video about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago with the GoPro, and you know it's great. But some of the movements, they're like they go like this, like they're kind of jumpy. My wife's like, "There's got to be something to figure this out. What's going on? If it's the frames per second or whatever it is." Then 2 days ago, GoPro put a firmware update, and it says it fixes a lot of that. So I'm going to try a few things this weekend, see if it fixes it. Because all the editing in the world, like it's weird. It looks great, and then all of a sudden the picture goes like that, and it's real wonky. It's almost like it's a little too much. So she said, let's not do anything with it until we get that ironed out. And also, I think we have to get a different micro SD card for it, for the camera. Sorry. So we're going to get that figured and then try to work on it. But anyways, where was I going? Yeah, the haters and threatenings. We never had any, but at the beginning, we used to have an intro to the Idiot of the Day. Everybody's seen it, that goofy song and the orange Idiot of the Day that pops up. And then my son and I walk out and go, "Hi, welcome to Idiot of the Day. I'm Jeff. He's Ethan." That's it. Welcome to Idiot of the Day. And then it goes boom like that. Anyways, it was about a couple weeks into the channel. Some fella went crazy on me and said, "You're the worst dad ever in history. You're having your son call people a bunch of idiots." And I said, "Well, in my head, I'm like, enough of this." I just deleted and blocked him. End of story. I blocked like maybe 3 people ever. Another person that's been on here that bogus claims of being such and such a certain channel and is not. He comes on a lot of channels, says other people are gone and certain people have been in accidents and all this. Pretty sure we all know him. I'm not going to talk about him, but he's come on here before, and I just we've removed him from the community, and he won't be back. And if he comes back, he'll just be another channel, because he comes back and it's hilarious when he does. He always comes back in the same icon on as a different channel, but he says he's not him. But anyways, the first guy came on, and he's like, he said, you know, "You're a bad dad for this." And I thought, whatever, good enough. You can have trollers or whatever. Most of them are pretty good people if you just joke around with them. But I've had a few. But just that guy and this other guy that I've actually ever blocked and removed. Beyond that, I don't care. But I've never had any like hate, Steve. So I'm sorry if you've had that, my friend. I really am. So I'm very sorry to hear that. Grant, Jeff, Joe, Lacey, Dromar. It's good to see you, Joy. Nice to see you. I better get through the chat here. What's Priscilla know what's going on? Well, you know, everybody's talking about that purge thing, so I brought it up for a second, but trying to drop it, that's all. Bits of Bakes, hey, how you doing? Gemma, Autism at its finest grace. Hey, Gemma, it's nice to see you. My wife's always saying I get to rambling and then I get far behind in the chat. Answer from my home says no worries here. It's just fine. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too. Suresh, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second, Steve. I see something here. Hey, random lady, 1989, Vicky, how you doing? It's great to see you. No, Dromar, Idiot of the Day, did you see our video that's called The Longest Christmas Intro Ever? Please go check it out and tell us what you think. Dromar family, I will. It won't be till this evening, but I promise, you know what? If I do this, I'll be able to check it out. On a goofy paper, I'll write it down here. I'll check it out tonight. I can't check it out while I'm live. Everything locks up when I try to open a browser. So I wrote your name down. That way I can check it out from our family. But I will, okay, I promise. And I'll leave a message. Let's see here. Gee, Money Strong Outdoors. YouTube for fun to interact with other people. It's not a business, and we don't want us. The more authentic our number of subs, the better. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. So from home. Okay. Steve Lee. They keep insulting me, and they threatened me a few months ago. One guy, he knows where I live, threatened me. Really, Steve? I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm so sorry to hear that. If I had an answer for you, unfortunately, I don't have one. Luckily, we don't know anyone directly, and I mean nothing against anybody here. But you know, there's people, not people, but there's people that come in, and you know, you may not know them. Definitely don't want. You know, you have families that. You know, it's a different story if you're talking to people like we talk to every day and that. But there are people that come in, and you know, I guess if I had some personal stuff, I definitely don't want to. I don't say too much personal things, like exactly where. Like we're in London, but that's big enough. You know what I mean? And beyond that, I don't say, oh, we're on the street, this. But I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. I wish I had a better answer for you. That's not, but I really have no answer unless contacting the authorities. I don't know if that helps, but I am sorry to hear that, my friend. I really am. I hope things work out for you, because I really don't like hearing stories like that. You hear about them all the time, unfortunately, in the news, but you don't really come across it that many people. So I'm very sorry, Steve, to hear that. I really am. Jem, it's good to see you. Let's see here. I better get caught up in chat, everybody. Let's see here. Mike Albright. I was in that lot. Wait a second. Mike, I think you know who I'm talking about. I was in that lad. That guy was out jackwagon. Yeah, I know you know who I'm talking about, Mike. And I think the other fellas know exactly. I think some people might have been surprised, but you know, he's given hints constantly over and over again in things, and he comes back and he just, you know how it is. But you know, I mean, none of us are stupid in that. We know exactly. Most people, I would imagine, knows exactly what's going on. Let's see here. Gemma, it's great to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a good one. I imagine you must be starting into your weekend, aren't you, Gemma? It's got to be what, just after 7 o'clock there over in the UK. I imagine it is. Usually Desmond Donders and Purchase and that always say it's about 5 hours difference. So it's about 2:18 in the afternoon. So it must be about 7:18 there for you. Mike, where's the wife? Joe's at work, and I'll tell you, Mike, yesterday, she's usually on and off once in a while, Mike, but yesterday, for the first time, she has Wi-Fi at work, and she's never had a problem connecting to the Wi-Fi. She said yesterday, I could connect in the morning, work perfect. Then yesterday afternoon after lunch, it didn't work at all. So she said then she connected to work Wi-Fi, which she's not supposed to do. She said, because otherwise, if you sat there for an hour using your data, it's gone. But anyway, she said, yeah, connected to work Wi-Fi a couple times just for a few minutes here and there. So she could be busy, or it could be that issue. But she said when she first came on, the Wi-Fi was working, but she could just be busy. Imagine that's all it is. Honeybee Aquatics, Honeybee Aculitis Aquatics. How you doing? I'm just going to call you Honeybee. It's so much easier for me. It's nice to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Fireman CV, my friend. Thank you so much. I have so many. You know, I've seen your live stream. I meant to come in so many times, but you have so many technical things I'd like to ask you, because I'm technical in the sense with a computer, but a lot of this stuff, there's so many things like the OBS and Streamlabs and all that kind of stuff. I've seen you. I've watched a few of your lives where you talked about them. I've talked to Bob, and Bob always Gil Skills. It's always said ask Fireman CV and that. So it's very nice to see you, my friend. I really appreciate you for dropping in. I appreciate it. Suresh says, I'm good. Thanks. Hope you're fine too. Great. Everything's good. It's good to see you, Fireman CV. It's good to see Suresh. It's nice to see everybody. So everybody, you know, if there's someone here that you know, maybe you've seen before, but you haven't. If you haven't come across somebody's channel, best thing I always say to do is if you'd like to check their channel because you're interested or you don't know maybe what they're about, go check them out. Check out one of their videos and drop a message. I mean, if you watch it, and if you like it, definitely watch it. And if you do like it, please leave a message, because you know what? A lot of people don't know sometimes that you've checked their channel. You might hit the like button, And sometimes it'll show if you have a certain notification setting, it'll pop up. It'll say in your notification someone liked your video. But if they don't have it set, then you'll never know that they were there. So just leave a message, say, hey, I liked your channel, your video, whatever you want to put. That way, you know what? If you're interested and you're going to come back, that way they can check you out, and they might have an interest in yours and didn't know it. And it's the best way I can put it. But oh gosh, here we are. Is it me or is the chat window smaller? I apologize if it is. Fireman CV, if it is, I use YouTube, the YouTube live stream. When I was having technical issues, I was using Google Hangout, and it works great too. But since I don't usually have too many guests on, I've only used Google Hangouts a few times. I use YouTube's live stream, so I don't know if that's what it is, and if it is, I apologize for that. Hey, Ozzie 1968. Good morning. Is it morning for you? It's I imagine it is, isn't it? Keg always says it's 15 hours different, so it must be about 5:20 or so in the morning. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I was talking about you, Big Keg, about everybody that was on Big Keg's live stream this morning when he was doing that, when he's putting that song together. He was talking about. I did watch it, and he said that he'd been talking about putting it, like trying to make up a theme song for the channel. So it was awful good of him, and I really appreciate that you're giving him some tips in that, and chiming in on with the theme song on that. So I really appreciate it. It's very nice to see it. Everybody, there's somebody new. Ozzie 1968, definitely caught them from Big Keg. So check them out, and if you like the channel, leave a message so that Ozzie 1968 as well can check your channel out as well. It's always great to see people in that. So thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. You're always welcome. Anybody that's new or recent or that comes all the time, you're welcome here anytime. You can stay a minute. You can stay the whole time. You can come back in a week, month, whenever you want to. Always welcome. So thanks very much. Joy says, Joy says, Joe, I found a snowman my son made in 1985. They grew up too fast. Yikes. Gosh, what's that? 33 years ago, Joy. Isn't it funny how they do grow up? I mean, ours are 10, 15, and this 15 thinks she's about 24, 25. But yeah, I mean, I know it's only 10 to 15 years, but those 10 to 15 years have gone very quickly. Let's see here. Gromar family, thank you so much, and tell your wife, please check it out. And if you guys share it, be perfect. Thanks so much. Oh, no worries. Gromar family, we will, after this, like I always say, on Fridays we're a little busy because what happens is pick up my son right after this, and then go pick my daughter up. She's lives with her mom during the week. She's with us on the weekend. So Fridays she's about 25 minutes to half an hour the other side of the city. So I have to drive, pick her up, and then have to pick up my wife right after that. But tonight it's Friday, so she's wanting to go out for tonight's stay over at her friends. So then we got to go to another half-hour drive the other end of the city. So we spend the next couple hours after this pretty much doing a loop of the city, I say. And then after that, we get home. So usually after dinner, we get back on here. So I might not be on watching some of this stuff till after supper, but definitely will be back. And there we are. We're talking about you, Desmond Donders. Your ears must have been ringing. Not stay long. Supper's ready. Oh, no worries, Desmond Donders. I was already saying Ozzie 1968, yourself, Lacey from Serving for My Home. Definitely, I know there was others, and I apologize right now that we're on Big Keg's channel, and I really appreciate it. I loved the song that he came up with. It was fantastic. Let's see here. Yes, Ozzie 1968. Yeah, I was working on it with him. Yeah, no, I know. I watched it. You must have been on there for some time. He's a great fellow, isn't he? He always gives us a good laugh, and he brightens our day. PM's Adventure Vlogs. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for dropping in. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. WTF Mike Albright. I'm new here. Mike, you're awesome, buddy. Everybody check out WTF Mike Albright. It's good to see you, my friend. Jag Fishing, how you doing, my friend? It's nice to see you. Ozzie 1968. Well, thanks for the plug, my channel. Oh, no. Ozzie 1968. I'll tell you, every single person, as long as I try to see everybody that does come in. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm going to be honest. Sometimes there was a fellow that was here the other day, and I really feel bad. I went to his video the next day and I said, I'm sorry that I didn't see it. But sometimes you miss people in chat and you don't see them sometimes till either they comment again or when I'll let you know what I do is usually after at some point in the day, you know how they want tags and descriptions about your videos and your lives. I can't always remember everything that was talked about, especially because usually it lasts over an hour. So like a small video, it's right in your head. You can tell exactly what you said. But these, you talk back and forth. You can say maybe the odd thing that you remember, but the live's a little different. A lot of it's pretty spontaneous. A lot of it, sometimes I ramble like everybody will say about some goofy thing that I've done today or done in the last little bit. But usually what I like to try to do is when people do come in, as everybody comes in, I always like to talk, say hello and introduce everybody. Just talking a bunch of, and like I said, this isn't a specific channel. This is a bunch of friends getting together, talking, and as you can see, a lot of people, they may be talking to me, they may not be. They could be talking to their friends or new people they met in the chat. So that's what it's like. Some people say it's like a coffee chat, and I guess coffee chat, friend chat, whatever you want, family chat, whatever it is. But yeah, that's ours is kind of sporadic all over the place. But it's a bunch of people getting together and meeting friends and new people. So, but you're always welcome here. So thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Mike, you're right. Favorite kind of people. They certainly are. My friend Vicky Renly, 1989. Yeah, it certainly does bother us to hear this, doesn't it, Vicky? Send them your way. I'll know him. Yeah, exactly. Random lady, 1989. We certainly don't like hearing it. But Steve, the only thing I know this doesn't help you because if you're going through it, definitely let this corporation, YouTube know. Send them feedback if they are somebody that's off here. Let them know and contact the local authorities. I know that I'm no expert on all that kind of stuff. It's just like anybody would say to you. It's the only thing that I can technically recommend, and that's not any help. I know it isn't, but I know you're an adult. You know exactly what to do, my friend. Anyways, but all I can say is I'm very sorry to hear about it. And if there's anything we can do or talk about with you, my ear and chat's always open, and you don't have to do it here. You can always send me a message, Steve. But I am sorry to hear that, my friend. Your friends here and friends and family here. So please, if you do want to talk about it, but I'm sorry I can't help you otherwise. I can only just give you our support, my friend, and I am very sorry to hear that. Let's see here. Serving from my home. You should all really go check that song out. Okay. Yes, Serve from Home. Like, what song are we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about Big Keg. Exactly, Lacey. Yeah, everybody, Lacey's right. If you haven't checked it out, Big Keg did a live stream this morning, and on his live, he, Keg likes to sing and play the guitar and that on his live sometimes. And this morning he did, and he'd been joking around. I thought he was joking around, telling Joe and I that he was going to make up a theme song for the channel here. So for the live or channel, whatever it is. And so he started writing one. I think he had an idea before he started, but as he was going live, he started putting a little piece by piece together, little parts that he might have had together. And then like Lacey and Ozzie 1968, Desmond Donders, and a few other people were on. He was asking, can anybody think of anything? I know Lacey had put a few things in. Desmond Donders had been saying. Ozzie 1968 was putting things in. They were all putting their parts in together. And if you get a chance, go take a look at it. We all love Big Keg, and he does a fantastic job. And I don't think he gets. You want to give credit where credit's due, because there's so many nice people on here that you each deserve. If I could say something, I can say that about every one of you. You all deserve. You all deserve more than just a thank you. So thank you. Listen to me ramble on, Jeff. That's what it is. I'll stop now. But thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Bits of Bakes. Bits of Bakes. Lacey was talking about. I think you just heard that Big Keg did a song on his latest live stream this morning. And if you check it out, you'll hear it on his live stream. Let's see here. Sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Hey, Faith and Fallen, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Excuse me for this. Where are we here? Sorry. DITL, Nick and me. Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Sometimes this goes so quick. D-Low Flow TV. Hey, buddy, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much. Floral Jungle 1. Dee, it's nice to see you. Hello, Jeff, my friend. Hope you're well. It's good to see you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do it. You know what? Sometimes I sound like I'm rambling, but I don't mean to. DITL, Nick and me. Yes, happy Friday. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Best part about my weekend is just like everybody, you know, it's just going to start soon. My wife will be home and my kids. I mean, you know, we're busy this weekend. We've got things dropping my daughter off to friends and that tonight. And then tomorrow, Ethan's got like all his little buddies from school. One of the mothers, she put a little Christmas party together for them for tomorrow night. So we're going to like a Boston pizza and stuff, and all the kids are going to be together, and they're doing like a secret Santa. So they each picked a name out of the hat, and I think it's like $15, $20 or something. So they each buy it, and all the kids were like, "What is this? What is this?" We said, "No, you get, you know, Jimmy's name or whatever the kids' names, and yeah, you know, if you know what they want, you go get them a gift." So they're all excited about that tomorrow. Yes, Suresh, I must drink some water. No coffee today. That's a little too much for me today. Joe, Ozzie 19. If you're here, Joe, Ozzie 1968 is here. Joe, you must be here, are you? Oh, Craft Beer Pours. Hey, hello. It's nice to see you. Thanks very much. I appreciate you dropping in. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great weekend and that the beers will be flowing after the kids settle down tonight. It's good to see you. Thanks very much. You know what? I saw you on 21090 Brewing and that Craft Beer Pours, everybody. If you want a great channel on the craft beers and that, check out oh my gosh, Craft Beer Pours. I apologize. Very good channel, but you know what? Definitely will spark your interest for sure. Has great reviews and that great husband and wife team and that. Please check them out. Thank you very much, my friend, for coming. I do appreciate it. Here. Where are we? Jake Fishing, it's good to see you. Ozzie 1968. What I'm learning is that the live streamer is being like a teacher in a room full all at once talking students. Gosh, Ozzie 1968. You know what? Everybody's different, and I'm just me. This is the way I do. It doesn't mean that you're going to come across channels that do things completely different. You know, there's definitely channels that are more. They have a different way of going about it, but they also have different interests, and they're talking about specific things. So that live is going to be, it's not going to be as, I guess, sporadic or like this and that, but everybody's different. That's just how this one goes. That's all. But you'll definitely see a lot of different lives and how a lot of different people do it in that. Let's see here. And you know me, I moved the chat, and then like Joe says, never remove the chat, because once I do that, then I get all over the place, everybody. So let me get caught up here, okay? I'll just take a couple minutes. So if I don't talk just for a minute, it's just because I'm trying to get through here. Hey, Fitz at Bakes, I want to congratulate you, my friend. I know it was there only a few minutes last night, but everybody, Fitz at Bakes did a live last night. He hit the 500 mark, and you know what? He wanted to say hello and thanks to everybody. So he did a live last night. He did a great job. So you know what? Fitz at Bakes, great job, my friend. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Who do we have here? Listen to me. Oh, RG Homestead. Good morning, idiot of the day, and all on the chat today. RG Homestead, thank you very much for coming. Welcome. Coral Jungle 1, DD. Hello, Jeff, my friend. Hope you're well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well, my friend, too. I hope you're starting the weekend well. You know, it's about 2:35 here, so all is well here. Country Cycle Cam, Jeff, can you shoot me an email or message sometime? I certainly will, Country Cycle Cam. I certainly will. You know what? I will. Country Cycle Cam, do you have Twitter or Instagram? Let me know in the chat, because I can send you a message on one of your videos. But if you have Instagram or Twitter, just let me know. Drummer, can I share the link of our video that I was telling you here so everyone can go check it out, please? Can one of the moderators, can they put drum? Is anybody the moderators here? I know if they could, if any of the moderators could try to put Dromar Family's link in for them for the video that they were talking about. Dromar Family, I have an issue when I'm going live. Everything locks up, so I never do anything while I'm live. I'll let any of the moderators put things in. So if one of the moderators can, no worries, my friend, definitely. But Country Cycle Cam, I will. But let me know in the chat if you have Instagram or Twitter, please. If you do, it's a great way I can message you there. That way you don't get bombarded with anything. Just let me know. Mini Cooper Trooper, hey Thomas, how are you? It's nice to see you. Yeah, Ozzie 1968. It definitely is like a table having a cup of coffee with mates. It certainly is. Seven's enough. Congrats. Yes, congrats, Fitz at Biggs. I'm glad you said that. Fitz at Biggs, you know, hit that mark, and then congratulations, my friend. Yes, Faith in the Fallen. You have a great day too. Hey, have a great weekend, my friend. Have a good weekend. Tara, how you doing? Tara Cope, it's nice to see you. Budget Bushcraft, hey, how you doing? Budget Bushcraft, Jojo, G for Inspired, John, Yankee, me and a couple of very special guests, very special. You know what? Budget, Joe was saying Yankee must have had a live or video or something, and she was watching. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I watched it. I didn't see it, so I don't know. She says you'll have to watch it later. I caught John earlier, like at the beginning of his stream, but I didn't see the what Yankee was talking about. I was gonna ask John, not John. I was gonna ask Joe later, but I won't go on about it in the chat. But I will ask her later. Budget. Fish Keep in Jamaica. I'm always one who supports channels, but it makes no sense to subscribe to the channel and you never visit again after the moment. I understand. Fish Keep in Jamaica. It's nice to see you. Yes. Thanks, Joe. Drumar Family, can you maybe say to Joe what the actual video is? It's something about Christmas. I know you told me that. I don't know exactly the name of it, Joe. They were talking about it earlier, but if they tell you exactly the name of it, you can put it in the chat for them. But it's something on Christmas. I know that for sure. Thomas, I'm good. How you doing? Tara, you did. Congratulations. Tara Cope hit that magic mark that Fitz at Bakes makes. So congratulate Tara Cope as well, everybody. It's congratulations, Tara. Well deserved. God, the good one. Hey, mate, how you doing? Are you live again? I'm sure you're live again because. Wait a second. I'm sure you're live. It's good to see you, God, the good one. Thanks very much. Budget Bushcraft tonight at 8:15. Is that for Dromar Family? Just let me know. I lied. Oh, okay. Thanks, Budget Bushcraft. Thanks a lot, my friend. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, good. Budget Bushcraft, that's for the Dromar Family. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jefferson Einstein, it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. God, the good one says was live just finished. Awesome. God, the good one. I will have to get over and watch some lives. I've been trying lately. I catch like 5-10 minutes of somebody's, but I will be back over. I promise on that one, my friend. Hey, God, the good one. I know you're over in the UK. You might know him. You may not. Do you know Stokes Explorer? Just anybody. If everybody, anybody in the UK, this guy can't quit talking about him. He goes all over the place, and like his adventures are like he goes in. He did one on the Knights Templar and that where he went down into this one or what he thought was the Knights Templar. It was fantastic. You don't know him, okay? Jory, if you're still in the chat, can you put in Stokes Explorer's link? This guy, I'd say he's in his late 20s, early 30s and stuff. I know Desmond Donders isn't here just because he had to get going for dinner. But this Stokes Explorer, I always say the word brilliant. And this young fella is he's a really good chap, and that he really is. Oh, what do we hear? What do we see here? I got the good one. Who was at the gym today? Okay. Got it. See here. So everybody. Got the good one. Says, I'm still at the gym, 30 minutes left. Gotcha. So everybody, I'm not ignoring anybody. Sometimes my wife always say, read before you blurt things out, because sometimes I'll just read somebody's chat, and it's directed at somebody else. So I'm just trying to get through this. Linda's House of Chill. Hey, Linda, it's great to see you. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a good day, my friend. God's own son, Kelvin. Hey, it's nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good. So how's everybody's day doing? Anybody have anything specific this weekend planned? Any specific plans? Anybody have anything going on? Look at this. We got 22 people in the room, 24 thumbs up. Much appreciated, everybody. Like I should say the beginning and the end. My wife's always chiming on me to do it. I'll do it in a video, and like I said, I'm not going to try to make things up and say, oh yeah, we're putting videos out all the time. We haven't put one out in a couple of weeks. We're going to put one out this week, and then we did get one of the GoPros a couple of weeks ago, and took some footage. It's really nice footage. But wife started editing last night, and she's like, it's got the weirdest movements. It's in 1080, 60 frames per second, and the video, we took some video of some ducks and that down at on the river and a few other places. So it's moving in on the ducks, and it's coming in really nice. And then it gets to a point, and it goes like that. The movement is the weirdest movement I've ever seen. It doesn't have. Like, the fluctuation is crazy. So she says, we got to fix this. I don't know if it's our micro SD card. I heard that we have to bump it up to something else. And also GoPro just did a firmware upgrade. The firmware is supposed to improve some of the stabilization is great, but there's something about the movement when it'll move, and it's like perfect, and it's almost too perfect. It moves, and then as it moves, it's like it goes to a different frame. And then it moves again, and it clicks in, and it does this every once in a while. I thought first it had something to do with the camera, but they said it's some kind of update that needed to be done, and they did do the update. So we didn't. My wife says we're not putting that out till we get that fixed. So, anyways, come the new year, there will be more videos. We're not gonna just put lives out. We're gonna start putting the videos out again, because we did till we got to the live, and then we kind of slacked off, started putting one out. We did 2 a week previously, then went down to one, and then now it's just once in a while. So we do need to get back to videos and stuff, because that's what I love doing this, and I love doing that, but I'd like to get the videos too. But we will get that back. Seven's enough. Wow, that's incredible. I get to hang out with a friend from kindergarten through graduation. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I don't have any friends that I've known from kindergarten for years. I do on Facebook, but I don't actually know them anymore. I haven't known them in probably 30 years. But my probably best friend, best mate, I've been good friends with him since grade 10, which would have been 1985 when we were 15, 16, I guess it was. Yeah, he lives like literally 10 minutes away, and unfortunately, I see him twice a year. But that's another story. But yeah, that is awesome, Sebs, and I've done. That is amazing. I hope you have a good time this weekend. I really do. Ozzie 1968. It's Saturday for me, and sleeping and chilling. It's my plan for the weekend. I got you. This is the video Dromar family was talking about. Okay, good, Joe. Thanks very much. Tara Cope says, I'm going to go live tonight, Jeff, and just relax as much as possible this weekend. I'm going to go on for 3 to 4 hours. On 3 to 4 hours of sleep the last 2 days. Oh my gosh. I hope you do get some rest, Tara. And it's nice to see that you're going to go live. Are you going live at 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, Tara? I think you said 8 o'clock, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, Budget, you got to get running. Mom's new therapist is coming at 3. Have a good weekend, my friend. All the best to you and your mom, my friend. Have a good one. Thanks again for coming. Let's see. Cole Outdoors. How you doing? It's nice. Cole Outdoors. Hey, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Seems enough. There are 4 of us, and our spouses to get together, but once a month. So wonderful. Oh, that's amazing. That is great. Yeah, no, it's funny. You know what? I have a friend. Like I said, he's 10 minutes away, and we've been best friends for forever. But long story, we don't. I love to see him, but I don't have that opportunity. I'm not going to get into it. Definitely not on here. I'm not. But I don't have the opportunity to see him like I would. So, but I'd love to. But I unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be in the cards. It looks like. But I would love to see him more. That's for sure. But oh, Tara, 9 p.m. I apologize, Tara. You know what? I've been reading through the chat and I noticed people putting times in. I shouldn't have spouted off 8. But everybody, Tara's going to be Tara Cope will be going live this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 9 tonight, Tara. Sorry about that. I apologize. Cole Outdoors says, I'm doing great. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am. Dromar family says, my husband hasn't changed the thumbnail, but yes, that's one. Okay, good, Dromar family. Unfortunately, like I said, if I could watch the video up on my screen right now, I'd just pop it in, but it's not an option while I am live. So that's the reason I just ask the moderators to do that for us. Okay, good. So anybody have, I'm probably going to just go live for an hour today. I won't go on for a long time. We've been almost 48 minutes. So I'll give it another 12, 13 more minutes, and then we'll shut it down for today. But anybody have anything else exciting going on for the weekend? Do we? I wish I could show you a picture here. I guess I could show you a picture. It took. I'm not gonna get in trouble for showing a picture from my camera, am I? I don't think so. Let me see if I can do that. There. I took. Can everybody see that? I went out with Ethan for lunch. I went to took him out for like a sub. Anyways, I won't tell you the sub name because it's only here in Canada. But yeah, I took him out for a sub for lunch. I told my wife, I said, he usually comes home for lunch. But she said, what are you doing for lunch today? I said, I'm actually going to take him out for lunch. So we started on the way home, and I started driving around the block. And he said, what are you doing, Dad? You're not. I said, oh, I must have taken the wrong way. And we started driving. I wouldn't tell him where we're headed, and we went there. He has a blast when he goes. But yeah, we did that for lunch. Okay, Steve, they're in bed. Okay, it's your happy time, my friend. Oh, my diabetic life. Hey, I'm back. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks very much for coming again. I appreciate it. Let me see here. I'm just going to take another sip. Sorry. What do we have here? Oh, Mini Cooper, you saw that, didn't you, Thomas? Yeah, that's my son, our son Ethan. Oh, 7's enough. Sub place, it's definitely not in the States. They only exist here in Canada. They existed since I was a kid. It's called Mr. Sub. Mr. Submarine, Mr. Sub. It's just a sub shop. You know, like Subway. And I'll tell you a little story. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as Subway. Subway did not exist. Subways existed since about the 1990s, either the end of the 80s, 1990, I think it was. They came into Canada, but Subway didn't exist in Canada previously. but Mr. Sub was always the go-to, like getting a submarine sandwich. But I love them. Mr. Sub is different than Subway. Subway's not my favorite. If I wanted like a meatball sub or something, I go to Subway. But if I want a good old like just assorted sub, I'm going to Mr. Sub any day. It's just a Canadian brand. That's all it is. Just like like a McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and that. It's just a brand name here in Canada. That's all. But it's definitely not in the States. It's just a Canadian, not a restaurant, but fast food. It's really just they just make subs. I guess that's it. Let's see here. Dromar family says, "Eddie, today we will go to watch the lights we had told you about the other day, and we'll make a vlog about it. Hope you get to watch it." Okay, Dromar family, thanks so much, my friends. I really do appreciate that. Sevens Enough says, "I'm all excited to travel to Canada and check out the Parliament buildings. And is it Johnny Horton that is the coffee shop?" Oh, I want to try them. Yeah, Parliament buildings are. I'll tell you, Sevens Enough. If you do get to go see the Parliament buildings, they're in Ottawa. Ottawa, to me, to me, it's the cleanest city I've ever been in. Been in a lot of places in the world, and Ottawa, there's clean places here, but Canada, just like any other city, has a lot of clean cities and that. But Ottawa is the clean. I swear, you could almost eat off the sidewalks. I've never seen anything like it. But I mean, that's where Parliament is and stuff, and the Prime Minister and stuff like that. But it's beautiful. The city's beautiful. I mean, there's a lot to do. You're pretty much just, I'm not sure the exact distance from Quebec, but you're not that. Yeah, actually, you're right across the river, on the Hull River, I guess, or is it Hull? Or I don't know what the river is, but Hull is Quebec on the other side of the river, and it's absolutely beautiful, just beautiful, and I think you'd really enjoy it. And the coffee shop, it's Tim Hortons. If Tim Hortons was a famous hockey player, played for Toronto Maple Leafs, and I think one of the last things he ever did was scored the winning goal in 1968 to win the Toronto Maple Leafs their last Stanley Cup, I think it was. And then he went on a hunting trip up north, about 9 or 10 hours, about 8 hours away from Toronto. And I don't know if that's where he was from, but he went on a hunting trip, and Tim Hortons' plane crashed, and they never found him again. That they took, I forget how long it was to find his body in that, but the plane, that one of these small like bush planes and that went down, and if you knew the area, Timmins, which is about 10 hours from here, it's, I forget how many times over the size of Toronto in that, like the square area, and yeah, they couldn't find him. But anyways, yeah, Tim Hortons was the famous hockey player. They eventually turned into, I don't know if the coffee shop was around when he was still alive. I think it might have opened up, but yeah, they became mass years ago. When I was a kid, they were around, but they were nothing what they became in the late 80s and 90s and stuff. But yeah, Tim Hortons is our big coffee shop. A few years ago, Burger King corporation and that conglomerate, I guess you call it, they I don't know if Burger King's in Florida or there, but they own Burger not Burger King. Burger King owns Tim Hortons. Oh yeah, you know me, Seven's Enough, Don. If somebody tells me something, I have to ramble on. It's just goofy tidbits of information that and if I get it into my head, I have to spiel it off. My wife will say, "Yeah, just don't tell him," because then he has to ramble on. Someone that posted a video. I love they tell some history now. I want to go and I want to go to Niagara Falls, travel thing. Yeah, you'd like Niagara Falls for sure, Seven's Enough. We live about an hour and a half from Niagara Falls. It's absolutely beautiful. Big K, g'day, good morning. Good to see you, Keg. I was telling everybody earlier, Ozzie 1968's here, Keg. I was telling everybody, Lacey, Ozzie 1968, Desmond John, there's many other people on your live. Ended up getting to watch the replay because we kind of about 40 minutes before we headed to work and school. But I just watched the first portion, and I saw you talking there for the longest time to Ozzie 1968. But they're on the chat here, so it's Lacey's right below you in the chat, Cake. So it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you did get some rest because that's only a few hours ago. It's only a few hours ago, mate. And you know what? You did a fantastic job. I loved it. I actually, Big Cake, if you get an email it'll be from me. I got your email from Gil Skills. Hope you don't mind. I just preferred to send it than send it to you on like a video of that. So I just sent you a quick message, and in the title it'll say it's from me, and that you'll get that. But hope that was okay, my friend. Okay, Thomas, you take care, my friend. Have a good weekend. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Cool Outdoors. Oh, so you're not that far from me as the bird flies love love. Cool Outdoors, where are you? Are you in Canada or the United States? Let me know where you are. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell me the city, but what location you are, if you're in Canada or the United States. Seven's enough. I'm married a history buff, and hearing the stories never gets old, especially because I forgot some of them. Seven's enough. You know what? If that's what my brother, that's what he majored in university. He got his he majored in what's it called? His, I guess he's got his bachelor's or whatever. And but he went through for history, and I think I don't know if he wanted to go for political science or what he wanted to do, but he ended up getting his honors in history in that at University of Western Ontario here in London. And we thought he was going to be a teacher or something like that. Then he was I can't describe what he does. It's hard to explain. But him and his wife, they live in Illinois, and they work for a big company out of San Francisco. Let's see here. Yeah, Keg, I went over to Ozzie 1968 and have a wonderful channel on that. The video on honoring the the firemen and the police, and that was absolutely beautiful. I was letting them know that. So it's awful nice of you to talk about that, Keg, and awful great to be introduced to Ozzie 1968. Seven's enough. Well, if you ask my husband, just kidding. I'm doing fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, Don. That's hilarious. So, anyways, Don, how's your husband's stash doing? I know you were saying, oh, I don't. I love it. If my stash was thicker, not thicker, it'll get thick. But if it wasn't like that, this ugly color that it gets like a white and silvery and like orange, not orange, but like a brown, like a blondish. If it wasn't that color, I would grow a beard or a goatee in a second. It doesn't look good on me. But your husband looked good on with it. Definitely, Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds at its best. I loved it. Let him know that it looks good. Oh gosh, Keg, all good, mate. Me and now you see why. I love it, Keg. I love it. I know what you're talking about, my friend. Let's see here. The Closet Scratcher. Hey, how you doing? It's great to see you. Let's see here. Coffee. Keg's having a coffee. Good, good, good. Seven's enough. He thinks he's Magnum. Oh gosh, Don. You know what? If I could grow one, I would. I'll tell you what. In the 1990s, I grew one, but I had longer hair, and I thought it looked pretty. All the young fellas were. Everybody was grabbing the goatees and stuff because all those grungy guys had that. We all had long hair, and it was different in our early 20s and stuff. But yeah, everybody had the goatees and stuff. But yeah, I grew a mustache in the 90s, that nice and thick. I had a handlebar one, and then I cut it off, and I thought it looked pretty awesome. Everybody else didn't think so. Then I shaved it into a mustache, left it for a couple months. But yeah, my wife thinks the same thing. So you're definitely not alone. Seven's enough. I want you in here. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh gosh. Ozzie 1968. Jeff, I'm an Ozzie Italian. You can. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Closet Scratch. I'm good. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I am. Cool Outdoors. Did you lose my location again? I guess I did. I did. I'm sorry. I did, my friend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't remember everything. I honestly asked my wife. I can't hit the like button. Thanks, Keg. I appreciate it. I mean, we have 28 thumbs up, 12 people in the room, so it is. For Friday, it is pretty nice. Hey, Packville, how you doing? It's great to see you. Seven's enough. I wish he could have left the handles. Yeah, you know, I think in the video he did at one point have the handles, right? And then he shaved it off into the. But yeah, it looked good that way. Or this, I mean, but you know, you're his wife, so you're the one. My wife says the same thing. But if you could give me 2 seconds, everybody. I don't know if I'm going to talk to somebody. Just keep talking in the chat, okay? I'm going to talk to my daughter on the phone for 2 seconds, everybody. Hello? No, it's okay. Is everything okay? Well, it depends because we're leaving right when I come and get you. If she can't be there by that time, no, because we're not waiting. She has to be there before 4:30. Okay, and but yes, but it has to be because we're not waiting. I'm not kidding. Okay, no, and I'm on the air right now, so I don't want to do this right now. Okay, I'll see you at 4:30, but we will be. And Joe's already said if you're not ready, then you're not going either. Okay, so we'll see you at 4:30. Okay, bye bye. Sorry, everybody. I apologize about that. That's not something I wanted to do on the air. I do apologize for that. Um, Anyways, I'm very sorry for that. My daughter was calling. She's going to her friends today, and you know, we don't mind taking her, but she wants her friend to go with her, which is fine. But I picked my daughter up around 4:30, which is in about an hour and a half. And I said, you know what, if her friend's not there by that time, uh, so be it. But we're not waiting around because we still have to pick my wife up and then drive to the other end of the city. So these kids, they don't want to work, they don't want to go get a job, but they want, you know, the handout. Give me money, Dad, and let me do this every weekend. That will. Sorry, I'm not trying to be depressing. Everybody goes through this with the kids, but we told her this summer, you know, once school's done this year, that ends, and you know what? If you get a job, you start making some money, like you know, what, spending money. All the power to you. You can, you know, put half your paycheck in the bank. The other part will be for you to go to like the movies or out for lunch once in a while, or if you want something. But every weekend, you know, $100 or $80 or whatever it is. I mean, we're not the Rockefellers in any way, so $100 every weekend is a lot of money. So at least it is to me. I don't know, but anyways, sorry about that, everybody. I got a phone call and just kind of, you know how they can get your blood boiling, and that phone call did that to me. So anyways, sorry about that, everybody. Oh my gosh. Ivy Irino, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I apologize for that, everybody. But since it was my daughter, I wanted to make sure it wasn't something important. You never know. Big cake. I'm a tad still coffee intravenously. Oh my gosh, I can understand that, my friend. I understand that part completely. Let's see here. APAC, you'll understand that part here, my friend. Steve. Yeah, I don't care for it only, Steve. This is just me being lazy. That's the only reason that I don't keep it. I literally shave once a week. It takes me about an hour to shave my head and my face and that, 45 minutes at the most. So I used to be able to do it real quick, but now it seems to take forever. So I can't be bothered doing it every day or every other day. So I literally do it every Saturday morning. But once I get back to a certain schedule, this will be coming off, and this might be every other day or something, but this will be every day for sure. I mean, shaving every day. I see 1968 Lafayette retired last year. That lasted until a few days ago. Okay. The closet scratcher, the Lafayette is 22, still waiting for it to grow up. Isn't it funny? You know what? They want to. Some of her friends have jobs like at McDonald's, and we said to them, you know, when they come over and that, try to get her, like, it doesn't have to be McDonald's. It just has to be something. Even if she doesn't have to work like 3 or 4 days a week. Even one day a week, like a Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever. Just even one would give her some kind of responsibility. Like, do something, but money doesn't grow on trees, and that it really doesn't. Yeah, Steve. I think you'd be the next Sean Carter. Grow the beard. My advice could fit you. Yeah, no, I'm trying to go for the what's the name that what's that action star? The guy, the transporter act guy, the British guy. Uh, that's actually the only reason I shaved my head. I thought that I like that guy's look. I like the shaved head and that. And I used to shave with the clippers and that. I still got the clippers upstairs, and then goofy me, I started. The only thing about shaving with an actual razor, it lasts longer. That's the only thing. Yeah, big cake family first. Yeah, no cake. You're right. And you know, I've only I think taken a phone call once before, and I wouldn't have put it on the air. I figured you really nobody heard me. I'm just talking to her physically, and I wasn't getting upset. I just wanted her to know that she has to have some kind of responsibility. If she, what? Oh gosh, I missed that. Hey, Gigi Adams, how you doing? Season 1968. Revenge is sweet when the kids turn you into grandparents. The fun begins, and so does revenge. Oh gosh, I love it. Drone Journey Lee, hey, you need a good razor. Takes me 5 minutes. Yeah, Drone Journey. You know what? I do. I was using the not the straight razors, but the safety razors and that I had to stop. I started that last January, just after Christmas last year. I went out and bought me a good, I think it's Merkur, some German razor or something. And you know what? They're great, but they get a little too close. And the only problem is they nick you every 2 seconds. So I went to something called Gillette Fusion, and they have like 5 blades. So you don't even notice. It's just like boom, 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 it's gone. But Recycle Dude, hey, Eric, how are you? Ah, that's too bad, Eric. I'm sorry to hear that. But oh, hey, Kill Skills. Bob, how you doing? Greetings, everyone. It's good to see you. Good to see you and Eric, Bob. Nice to see everybody here. Thank you very much for coming. I mean, it's 3:06. I probably go to about 20, 25 after. Then I have to get going. I have to go get the kids and that. But I really appreciate everybody for coming. I really do. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. You know, had a good day here with everybody so far. It's been fantastic. I hope everybody's getting ready for the weekend. Let's see here. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Drone Journey. Jojo, show them how to shave. Yeah, exactly. Drone Journey. You know, when I first started doing this, I can't every day. I don't know how men do it every day. That's way too. That's too close for me, buddy. But every other day, I was doing it every other day, and even that is a little too close as far as I'm concerned. I get a weird feeling from it. Every 3 days to me is fine, but I've been going every 7 days now with it, my friend. 7 is enough. Oh my gosh, isn't that true? I'm not trying to interrupt your message with big cake, but it's funny. Typing messages and that. You're right. I sent something to my daughter one time, she actually called me. She said, "Dad, why did you send that to me?" I said, and I looked down because you know, you type them and you send them. And sometimes you don't even look. I looked back. Had to go in and luckily it allows you to delete the message. I felt horrible about it because it just literally changed it something definitely inappropriate, something I would have never, especially my daughter, in a million years. Yeah, Drone Journey Gillette is great. Stay in the shower, soap all gone in 5 minutes. Exactly. I'm just learning, Lee, about for the longest time, you know, I had to look at the mirror and that. But the part I would hate, I couldn't do this back here for the longest time, so I always took a mirror that I could hold and look at and do that. Now I've got it pretty much after I do it like a couple swipes here. Then you just feel a couple spots and then zoom, zoom, zoom. I can get this part done pretty quick, but I'll go over it twice because if the first pass, it gets up probably 90% of it, but then the odds and ends, you gotta. I find the second. Anyways, I'm not going to go on about that. I'll lose people talking about that. Florida Pirate Adventures. Stop by to say hi. It's good to see you, my friend. It's nice to see you. Yeah, Gil, because I buzz my head once a week. That's what I'm saying, Bob. That's all I do. I can't be bothered. It's too much work, isn't it? I do it Saturday morning, last Saturday morning, and this is the remainders of, and I'll do it tomorrow. That's as good as I can get. That's why you don't see me shaved during the week now. I can't be bothered, but come the new year, I've been told this has to be done every day now. Maybe every other day because I can get away with every other day, but definitely has to be done once or twice. It can't be done just once a week, I was told. Seven's enough. I'm not going to read all your stuff. I'm just laughing because I hear what you're saying. Ozzie, 1968, giving up haircuts $45 every 4 weeks for 10-minute trim over it to understand. Question is, how did you choose your name? It fits. Thanks, buddy. If you're talking to me, I think you know. But if you don't, quickly, went on trip last summer. My wife was driving. Someone tried to had road rage, cut her off on a highway, stopped traffic with 30 cars behind us. Jumped out of the car, pretty much came after her in the car. Luckily, her window was up. He started screaming every profanity, like he was going to come through the window at her. And I'm sitting right there. I thought he was literally come through. She screamed at me to call the police before I could even get anything done. He ran like a little like baby to his car, took off. He had his wife and 2 little kids in the car, so he's a great father and husband and that to do that. And he didn't care. I mean, there was all these people witnessing what was going on, and she called. She said, I think she jokingly said, not jokingly, she was upset at the time. She said a few things, but she said the guy's an idiot of the day or something. That's where the name came from. That's all it is. It just came from that, my friend. GNC No Limit. Hey, it's good to see you. Nice to see you. You had a great show there last night. I know I was only there for a tiny bit, but you had a great live stream, my friends. Nice to see you. Thanks very much, GNC No Limit TV. Let's see here. My diabetic life. They tend to, yes, they do, my friend. They do. Unfortunately, I was not in hand with that, but I would have done more than that. And I don't mean what you're talking about. I said I didn't do anything at the time, but I mean, I felt the urge that if I had to get out of the car, he wasn't. I mean, I'm not even gonna say what he was. He wasn't that much bigger than I was, and I'm not gonna let anything happen to my family because my son was literally right in the back seat as all this was going on. He did not care who was in the car at this time. I was sitting right next to her at the time. I couldn't believe it. I sat there and I was kind of in awe, like what? But he just went right off on like a. But anyways, luckily I'm very grateful nothing happened. You never know. People get rage in them, and you never know what's going to happen. But that's literally where the name came from. So it's I know some people think it's a stupid name or it's a catchy name. It stuck because when we first came up with the name, I thought the first 2 videos I had a lot of like I was upset about everything. So we came up with this right after it happened. And my idea of the channel was I was buying a dash cam. I was going to go out every single person I found. I was going to chase them down with the car, and I was going to film everything they did. And then I knew a few police officers. I thought, I'm going to take it right down to the cop shop and let them watch it. I mean, nowadays that doesn't really matter if it's on video. But that's the whole idea of my channel. That's all it was going to be about. After about 3 or 4 videos, I decided I can't do that. That's horrible. What's wrong with me? I'm someone's father. So I decided, we couldn't do that. So that ended right away. I never did it. I talked about it a few times, but never went forward with it. And, it became the goofy chats that we have sometimes here, and then just videos. And the channel became about all of our videos are family oriented. What they become is like when we go out for the day, or if we doing a family function like Thanksgiving, or like even this Christmas, we'll film something with everybody. That's what our channel is about. It's about family fun and us getting out on the weekends doing stuff together. And a lot of stuff, most of the stuff is outdoors. Like if we go out and film some stuff, that's what it is. It's not an outdoor adventure because there's a lot of people that do the outdoor adventures, so we can't call it that. I mean, definitely if we lived in a different area, that's what this would probably be about specifically. Because I know a lot of fellas like NYZ Outdoors and a lot of other fellas and ladies and gentlemen that have the outdoors. That's what I would like to do. That's exactly what I love. I'd be outdoors in the middle of nowhere filming. That's what I would do. But we don't have that in the area. Ours is like we live in a city, but it's surrounded by a rural area. A lot of farming and stuff. So you're not going to have that excitement. But anyways. Pepper bath might serve them well. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. Journey, it's okay in real life. People call by a name that can't be said. And yeah, exactly, my friend, exactly. Sums enough. I would love it if someday he stumbled across your channel and realized this story was about him. I felt terrible. No, I would too, but he's never going to. I put him up on our Facebook. There's a picture of him on our Facebook. I was so upset. It was last July, and literally it's showing him getting out of the car, coming toward us, and then the next picture is him running back to his car like a little baby getting in his car. But yeah, the only thing, unfortunately, he had his kids' bikes on the back of his SUV, so his license was black, grayed out. You couldn't see it. I would have loved to film that, but I know you can't do that anyways. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot worse things happen, and it didn't end in a wrong way. So we were lucky, I guess. I buy diabetic life. I had a rager several years ago. He went to get out of my car. My wife and I were on the way to dinner, and he nearly pulled in front of me. I hit the horn. He stopped and followed us to the light. Yeah, my diabetic life. What had happened? Joe was driving, and I noticed that she was speeding. I said, Joe, we've got the kids in the car. You have to slow down. She said, this guy's going to go right through the car if I don't speed up. So this went on for like 5 minutes. I said, Joe, we're going up and down in the mountains and stuff. I said, you have to slow down. We're going to have a terrible accident. So finally, she slowed down and started moving off to the side. And he raced in front of us, slammed on his brakes, jumped out of his car. What it was is he was up at a campgrounds up the road, and the problem was it was a long weekend. He wanted to get there. He was, I guess, raging from coming from work or wherever he was coming. So he wanted to get there fast, and everybody was slowing down. So the guy that it doesn't matter. The road rules, nothing applies to him. He is deserved the world. That's what this guy was. We all see him, out in public. Nobody stops for lights. The red light, everybody keeps flying through. If some person went through with their kids on a green light, they're done. I just that was my whole. I can't fathom that's how the world has become, but it honestly has. I mean, there's a lot worse things than that too, but. Oh gosh. My diabetic life, yeah, it's amazing how people do lose their cool. It doesn't take long, does it? It can be over the stupidest little thing. Because I drive my daughter's little car with religious stickers all over it. People that abuse the car get a shock when I get out. Okay, I love it. You know what I mean, buddy? Ozzie 68 says, I deal with road rages all the time. They get out of the car, I get put out of my car and say, and they just get back in the car and all stuff. I know why. Gosh, I love it. So anybody have anything else exciting going on? I should probably get out of here in about 2 minutes. It'll be about 3:20. It'll give me a few extra minutes to get things ready before I head out. I have to make a phone call to the wife quickly too before I get going. Anybody have anything else going on for the weekend, or anything exciting? Or I don't know. Literally, we, like I said, taking the kids somewhere tonight, and then tomorrow have son's little Christmas party and that with all his little friends, and that they're doing a Christmas exchange with their little friends. So that's the excitement this weekend for us. Drone Journey says, 15 years ago, my wife and kids were in the car, and it had a learner plate. A bus hit us, and he wanted to jump a light at the crossroad. After I shook him by the throat, the passengers approving. Lee, I don't understand people sometimes. I really don't. If it was their kid or wife or husband or whoever, I mean, maybe they don't care about, I guess, about them either, but they certainly don't care about anybody else. But that's definitely, I don't remember that 15, 20 years ago being like that. As much, I mean, it was slightly, but the world has changed so drastically, especially even, I said to my wife, if I even look back 10 years ago, I'm not trying to make this depressing. It's Friday. I'm honestly not. But I back even 10 years ago, does everybody remember, like 10, 15 years ago, like the world wasn't, it was slowly becoming this. But I think if it's like this now, what's the next 10 or 15 years going to bring? But I'm like, you watch these goofy shows, these apocalypse shows, and all this kind of stuff is, I mean, I know that, this didn't just come out of nowhere. People have got these thoughts from something. But is that really how things are headed? I mean, I see politically how things are going in certain countries and that, and I mean, I have no idea how what the future will bring. But I mean, in my head, it's like we just go back to an easier time. I know that's not ever going to happen, but I would love to. That's why I do like getting out of the city. It's fun. It's relaxing. You don't seem to have. You get them there too, but not as much. You don't see the drastic crazies as you do in the city. Keg says, bye everyone. Bye Jeff. Keg, take care, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. Finally, Ozzie says, finally finishing unpacking for the move, but that's for tomorrow. Okay. Stay safe on your trip. Great rest of your day. You too, random lady, Vicky. I'll have a safe, wonderful weekend. You too, Don. Steve, believe. Sorry, guys. One of my. Oh wow, Steve. That's crazy. Jefferson Einstein, you certainly are right. Jumping people feeling, yeah, there's so many, and I'm not like, I mean, everybody has good and bad days, but it just seems like you see so many more having, like, and I think it's all related to work and the pressures and stuff like that. I really do. And things with life and that financial economics and stuff. It's all like a cycle, and the world has seen a lot worse than this. I mean, if you went back in the 1930s of the Depression, I don't care any of us could. Only those people would ever be able to see. So any of our goofy little issues are no issues compared to that, or third world countries. None of our issues are anything. So if we could put that into some kind of context, I guess. But yeah, I mean, none of us probably have lived through a depression. Maybe a 89-year-old man or woman has, but none of us at this point have lived through a depression or anything like that. So I guess I should not make this about that, should I? But you know me, I had to ramble on, didn't I? Have safe move drone journeys. Yes, that's right. You're moving soon, aren't you, my friend? Keg, not Keg. I said Keg. Skills, great steam as always, buddy. Thanks a lot. It doesn't take me long, does it, Bob, to ramble on about something? Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I gotta go, everybody. My wife's giving me the old wink here to get going. Everybody, have a good, safe weekend, and I mean it. Hope you have a great weekend. I bid you do. I really appreciate each and every one of you coming. Okay, thanks again. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Bye bye.